Teams among the best defensive squads in the NBA. This figures to be a low-scoring affair.
But it should be an entertaining one, Kevin. And if you're a fan of high-intensity, high-energy defense, there's a lot to love about this matchup.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. Jaylen Brown out there with Holiday. And it's Craig in at the small forward. And so it's the Celtics getting on the board first. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren.
And just fast off the floor to challenge shots. Porzingis, this helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
Caruso, the pass to George. Back to Caruso. Pocket 6. To the paint. Here's Holmgren. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And once Holmgren gets the ball in there, he can finish in so many ways.
And the conversation for Porzingis, coach, tends to always come back to help. And what a challenge that has been for him.
Yeah, Kevin, over his career, on average, he's missed about 30 games per season. But that's not an uncommon problem, as you know, for players who stand well over 7 feet tall.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. And the dunk by Holmgren.
I mean, length and skill. And Holmgren has a lot of both.
Holiday, the pass to Brown. Diving in.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday. Pass to Holmgren. Now Dort. Holmgren sets the screen for Dort. Here's Caruso. He's covered by Brown. Inside. Here's Holmgren. The kick out to Williams. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Oh, nice job there from Holmgren. His guys appreciate when they're open, he gets them the ball.
David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Mark Daignault. David, what did he say?
We talked about how they plan to deal with Jaylen Brown. He said Brown's explosive off the dribble, so we have to have bodies in front of him, be physical with him, stay connected with him at all times. We'll see if they can keep Jaylen in check. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Now Williams, after Jason Tatum missed on that last three-pointer. Holmgren with a screen on Tatum, and that one's good. Caruso.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Fires from deep. Tatum drives in, and the dunk by Tatum.
Using the bounce, Tatum just explodes to the hoop so quick.
Stan, you talk about a stacked roster. It's hard to find many weaknesses for the Celtics.
Yeah, Kevin, there's a reason the Executive of the Year award went to Boston's front office last season. The Celtics are built right, and they're built to last.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
The Thunder leading by 3. Taken away by Holiday. It's tipped. Holmgren with the steal. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, and the basket by Gilgeous-Alexander.
This is why SGA is a focal point of this offense, because of that ability to score.
Holiday against Gilgeous-Alexander. Craig passes to Holiday. Brown right side. And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Whitey's checked in for Boston.
Number 9.
Oklahoma City's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. Gilgeous-Alexander against White. The shot's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
And he's good on the 3-ball.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Tatum against Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Williams. Now here's Holmgren. Drives to the hoop. And the dunk by Holmgren.
Oh, the long strides of Holmgren on display. This is why you can't give him the lane.
Over in the corner, Dort. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. No good there. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for the Thunder. He finishes with 9 points. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Oklahoma City?
Well, I'm seeing that their second chance points are exactly what every coach wants to see. Hustling on the offensive glass to convert every possession they can.
And you can't turn it over against this team. That's a recipe for disaster, and we're seeing the results of that.
In the backcourt, we'll see Gilgeous-Alexander and Caruso. The post pair form will be Williams and Holmgren. And it's Dort in at the small forward position. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second.
What awareness from Gilgeous-Alexander on the defensive end. Finds a steal and starts a fast break.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Chet Holmgren has a slender frame, but he's determined to still protect the rim. Coach Dagnall said he'll get dunked on 10 straight times if that's what the game calls for. He paused and then added, he won't actually get dunked on 10 straight times. He's going to get a couple of those, too. Kevin, certainly will.
I agree. You know, David, he is fearless. Boston making a switch here. Holiday's checked in.
Yeah, what a disconnect. Sloppy play like that is something they can expect to come up in the film session.
The Thunder leading by 11. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 9. Holmgren in the corner. Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it. Holmgren with a screen on Brown. Dort. No good on the triple. Celtics trail by 11. Brown kicks to Tatum. Out to Porzingis. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Already set the Summer League record for blocks in his first game. Holmgren, one of the best young shot blockers in the league.
One-on-one fast break. Porzingis, it's a 2. Holmgren with it. 6 points for him. Dort wide open. The Thunder with another miss. Austin with the ball. In the second quarter, held scoreless. And the rejection by Holmgren. Tatum setting the pick for Holiday. Rebound by Williams.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
Door to screen on Brown. And Derek White picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Out guarded by Porzingis. It's good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 11 points.
The classic combo guard. Gilgeous-Alexander is effective in the two-man game, especially on that first option, taking it himself.
And Williams slams it in.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
To end the run. For three. And it's White missing. The Thunder leading by 18. Here's Caruso. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Caruso's got his second basket.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
That's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
That shot wide open. He has 5.
And allowing this to go no further. He stops a 15-0 run by Oklahoma City.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 11. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's Holiday. Plays it up and off the glass.
He's an explosive, athletic guard. And I tell you, the coaching staff must love watching Holiday in the open court.
Holmgren in the corner. Pass to Caruso. Williams sets a screen for Caruso. 5 on the clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. They get the rebound. And here is Holmgren. Tries the spin move. Driving inside. Scores off the spin. Holmgren's got 5 points now this quarter.
Now that's got to excite Holmgren's fans. If he keeps improving his handles, watch out.
White finds Holiday. There's Brown with the three. The Thunder pull it in. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Pass to Holmgren. Back to Caruso. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Oklahoma City out in front, ending the second quarter with a tremendous 17-5 run. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center right after this. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
On the floor for Boston. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. Horford is out there with Torrey Craig. And it's Hauser in at the small forward. Snatched up. Goes back up. And Holiday with the lay-in. Good. Holiday's got 6 points.
A really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points.
Williams has a screen for Williams. Lets it go with a three. Al Horford with the rebound.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Craig can't get it to go. The Thunder leading by 22. Puts up a deep three. And so the ball's out of bounds. Craig touched it last. Pritchard, he's checked in for Drew Holiday.
Celtics substitution, number 11, Pritchard.
Wallace finds Williams. Sinks the three-pointer. Williams has got his first 3 points of the game.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Pritchard passes to Hauser. The long distance three is Barrett.
3 points.
Here's Wallace. Stan, as you know, in past years, Peyton Pritchard had always wanted a starting role. Now, more opportunity, and he has responded.
Yeah, Kevin, he's very competitive and certainly deserving of rotation minutes. He is just now entering his prime.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Alden. David.
Hey, Kevin, the Thunder are young, but they figured out how to win. Defensive ace Lou Dort talked about their chemistry. He said nobody cries about shot selection or anything like that. We know what each player can do. We just really want to see the team win and succeed. Kevin, you see that in their play.
Don't you, David? Every single game. Pulling in the right direction. Right the pass to Pritchard. Nice ball movement by Boston. 6 to shoot. And it's White missing. And it's Wiggins with the ball for Oklahoma City. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25. On the wing, Wallace launches a three. Rebounded by the Celtics. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Horford from outside. Rebound by Williams. The Thunder have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Wiggins kicks to Williams. Wiggins a screen on Horford. Williams for three. They get it back. The kick out to Williams. Three-pointer. Horford with the rebound. Celtics shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Hauser the pass to Horford. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Oklahoma City shooting well, 50% from the floor. Wallace outside. Williams sets a screen for Wallace. Misses the deep three-point attempt. Here's Boston now. Pass to Hauser. To end the drought. White, good. White's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Joe, good.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
It's stolen by White. Deflects the pass, and that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection, and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end. Well, you know what's going to happen when he gets a good look. The defense has got to run him off the line.
Wallace the pass to Williams. It's Joe on the wing, guarded by Horford. Here's Wallace. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And it's the long arms and broad shoulders that make Horford such a tough matchup inside. Teams try to get physical with him, but he's usually up to the challenge.
Nobody near Williams. The three-pointer off the mark. And a fast break now for the Celtics. The three. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder holding a very comfortable 20. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Now that is an elite level dish. What a great passer.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. In the backcourt, we'll see Gilgeous-Alexander and Caruso. Dort and Williams up in the forward positions. And it's Holmgren in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. And again, it's Oklahoma City. All right, Stan, hypothetical situation. Down 1, shot clock is off. If you could pick anyone in the NBA, who do you want taking that shot?
Well, I'm going to go back in time a little bit, Kevin. The guy who really made my career for me as a head coach. I'm taking Dwayne Wade. He was the best that I ever saw. Not only did he have the ability to make clutch shots, he managed the game clock as well as anybody I've ever seen.
The situation was never too big for him, was it?
Never was, and he's so smart in addition to being as talented as he was. Yeah, there's no reason for the defense to get out on him right now. Just let him keep taking that shot so he shows them he's going to knock it down.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And a new group in for the Celtics.
Jason Tatum.
Williams against Tatum. Williams passes to Caruso. There's the 3. That's not going to go. He's 4 for 10. Here's Tatum. Nice defense from Dort.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
Caruso, no good. Boston's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Brown with the bucket.
Well, you know, when Brown's hitting the 3, it really opens up this offense.
Williams, a screen on Holiday. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebounded by the Celtics.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Yeah, textbook positioning there for Porzingis. Once he's established it, he's gonna have the advantage and able to finish that one above the rim.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Tatum's shot is off. The Thunder have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the 4th. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Dort misses. Boston's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Got that bucket in no time at all.
A solid outside game. Holiday has good lift on his J, and at 6'4", he can get his shot off against just about anybody.
Holmgren the pass to Williams. From deep 3-point land, sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Williams. Misses the 3. Boston's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the 4th. Outside Holiday. The 3 from Porzingis. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 4 assists in the game.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Oklahoma City.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game, and I think ultimately that earned the W.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Chet Holmgren.
Well, he was all about the rim protection in this one. His defensive presence was felt from the get-go.
From outside the arc, and the 3 ball is good.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
Here's Holmgren. It's rebounded by Porzingis.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And it's Brown missing.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. All right, David, thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. So
You know, on paper, this looks like a lopsided matchup, but anything can happen in the NBA, Grant.
That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
And now the Los Angeles starters. LeBron James out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then it's Rui Hachimura. Then it's Luka Doncic. And it's Reddish in at the 2. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Williams. On the wing, Caruso. Just 5 to shoot. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Fires for 3. Hachimura with a rebound. James, a screen on Dort. Here's Hachimura. Here's Vanderbilt. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
Yeah, you think you gotta stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
Now here's Caruso. No good from outside. And how about LeBron? Even if he's no longer the clear-cut best player in the league, he can still take over a game, RJ.
Oh, make no mistake, he is still the best when he needs to be. Absolutely has a switch that gets flipped when he needs it. It's not on for 48 minutes, but he can definitely turn it on for a few.
Here's Caruso. The Lakers getting their last shot to go. Here's Holmgren. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
And this is where Holmgren is such a scoring threat. His size can make interior shots easier to find.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to speak with Oklahoma City's head coach. He spoke about LeBron James' ability to completely control the game. They want to set the pace for themselves and make LeBron and his guys play catch-up. Coach said we have to play our brand of basketball and not worry about who's on the other side. Play our game, set the pace, and we should be all right. Back to you, B.A.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. So it's Los Angeles now. The Thunder making their last shot. 2 open that time. Made it look easy. Vanderbilt's got 5 now.
All eyes on Luka. The defense forgot about his teammates.
And the foul called on Cam Reddish. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Holmgren with a screen on Hachimura. Pass to Williams. The 3. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Here's James. What a terrific move that is.
Look, the moment he gets it anywhere near the hoop, look, it is over. Just too much strength, too much touch, either hand.
Gilgeous-Alexander's shot is good.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
Here's Williams. After the Lakers picking up a basket just moments ago. Clock at 6. Gilgeous-Alexander's shot is good. He's got 5.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Out to Hachimura. Shot clock at 6. Hachimura with a screen on Caruso. The Lakers got to get one up. Late clock.
Well read defensively. That window closed so fast.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Reddish. Dort, the pass to Caruso. Outside, Williams. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up the shot. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
All it takes is a sliver of daylight, and Gilgeous-Alexander will exploit it.
Out to James. Vanderbilt, a screen on Williams. Sinks the tray. James has got 7 points.
No, he's just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Dort for 3. Connects from downtown.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's going to be on Alex Caruso. Los Angeles shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. That one's no good. Dort outside. And it's good. But hang on here. The officials may want to take They're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
Yeah, they're going to review that shot to make sure he got it off in time, but I think it's going to count.
So the replay was conclusive. Call overturned. Grant, that one's going to count.
And BA, you can argue against replay all you want, but at the end of the day, you want it to be a level playing field. You want the call.
Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Thunder out in front. They lead by 1. And we'll be back with you shortly. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Thunder.
Well, they're off to a good start getting it inside and scoring at close range. Solid fundamentals so far in this one.
Another thing they're doing well early on is passing the ball, spreading it around the floor and feeding guys who are well set up to score.
Shea and Caruso are the backcourt pair. Inside, we got Williams and Holmgren, and it's Dort in at the 3. That's the group for Oklahoma City, getting going in the second. Down low, Holmgren drops it in.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Williams against James. Launches the 3. The Thunder pull it in. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Thunder have some grit. Coach Mark Dagnall said we compete, and on nights we aren't, we get back to that very quickly. The competition level and the willingness to do it together is the foundational piece. Brian?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thank you. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
You're making the slam look second nature. Once Dort sees the launching pad, he's ready to take off.
All RJ, it's hard not to wonder what would have happened if the Lakers never traded for Russell Westbrook back in 2021.
Well, they would have had a traditional style of a team. They would have kept Kuzma, KCP, and their 2021 first-round pick. They also would have been able to sign Alex Caruso. They could have kept their championship core together.
Inside, here's Holmgren. Hachimura with a rebound. Lakers trail by 4. James deciding where to go with it. And he hammers it down right in the face of Jalen Williams.
Bron dunked that like he was angry. Is he okay? Man, he got the table shaking over here.
Dort to screen on Doncic. To the inside. Dort, the pass to Holmgren. Now here's Caruso. For 3. LeBron with the rebound. And James has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. Reddish. And Los Angeles, another 3.
The selfless attitude of James. When someone on his team has a clean look, he feeds it.
Pass to Williams. Holmgren with a screen on Vanderbilt. Williams from long range. James with the rebound. James has got his 4th rebound in this one. And the foul on Alex Caruso. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
3rd personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Doncic. He's got 6. A strong finish by Doncic.
Going on the attack, Luka doesn't give them a chance to get between him and the rim.
Caruso with it. Hachimura covering. And Williams punches it home.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
Here are the Lakers now. They're on a 10-2 run here. And you watch Alex Caruso on defense, RJ. He forces his fair share of turnovers.
Yeah, he's got great instincts, quick hands. You can't be loose with the ball around Caruso. One of the best one-on-one defenders in the game.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Hayes is checked in for James. Finney-Smith comes in for Vanderbilt. Connects checked in for Hachimura. And Reeves is subbed in for Reddish.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
A line change here for Oklahoma City. And the Lakers also making a switch. Vincent's checked in for Doncic. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Wallace, the pass to Williams. 4 on the clock. Over Hayes. It's tipped. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. We've got 1:23 left to play in the first half. Pass to Vincent. Puts up a 3. Pure from 3-point range. Vincent's got his first 3 points of the game.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Williams with the screen. Wiggins passes to Williams. Now Wallace lets the 3 fly. Hits the trifecta.
What are you doing? You can't give a player like him that much space. Come on now.
From deep, Reeves. Williams grabs the board. Thunder trail by 4. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Outside Joe. Williams with the screen. He shoots it. They get it back. The kick out to Wiggins. He got it up. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. Oh, what a performance by Luka Doncic. He has been the story for the Los Angeles Lakers. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be back in a moment. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. You know, one guy who's been getting it done is Luka Tonci.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
And so in the game for the Lakers, Connect is out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Austin Reeves. Then there's Hayes. And it's Vincent in at the point guard position. Williams' shot is good. All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you're putting me on the spot, B.A. Well, the conversation has to be between Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent that the U.S. has to offer, and they're only getting better.
Goodwin's checked in for Vincent. Thunder trail by 3. Wallace with it, picked up by Reeves. Here's Joe, and there's the drive, and the layup is good.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
And so they foul intentionally.
First team foul.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Finney-Smith passes to Goodwin. The 3 is up. Williams grabs the board. Oklahoma City has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks. And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
That's the last thing you need to happen down the stretch. Let's see how they respond to the devastating punch.
Williams' shot is good.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Now here's Reeves. He's guarded closely. Pass to Goodwin. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Now here's Reeves. Watched by Wallace. Here's Hayes. And he battles for the ball. Gets the second chance bucket. Hayes has got his first bucket in this one.
He's got a knack for those putbacks, so you have to be aware of that defensively. Get a body on him.
Outside Joe. Now here's Wiggins. Tightly guarded. There's a screen by Wiggins. For the lead. Joe misses. The Lakers have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Connect.
Yeah, not a smart move on that pass. Hopefully he'll learn from that.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Outside, Williams. Fires from the line. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
They've really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
And as tired as they might be after fighting to tie it up, they have all the momentum now to finish this comeback.
Finney-Smith's shot is off. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for the Thunder. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Williams, a screen on Reeves. Here's Wallace. On target from range. And now a 3-point Thunder lead.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Going all the way to the rack. And Williams punches it home.
And this kind of six slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show. They get the rebound. Out of bounds. It'll be Oklahoma City's ball. And it's a completely new group for the Lakers. And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
things just aren't going their way. He clearly wants to talk it over.
Good timeout if you ask me. They have the momentum, and coach wants to find a way to try and stop it.
50 seconds left to play in the third quarter. No question, this offense has some firepower.
And they're looking very confident in all that they're doing right now.
Gilgeous-Alexander, a screen on Tonci. And here's Caruso outside. He drops it from range. Caruso's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there. And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Vanderbilt, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Reddish passes to James. 6 on the shot clock. Here comes LeBron. And slam dunked by James.
With his athletic ability, LeBron drives with purpose. He wants to put the D in a difficult position whenever he gets the chance.
Pass to Holmgren. And so it's Oklahoma City leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big man in the league today than we've ever seen.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Shea and Caruso are the backcourt pair. In it forward, it's Dort and Williams. And it's Holmgren in at the 5. That's the lineup for Oklahoma City.
And going right through the contact, Luka has tremendous strength, especially for a guy who handles the ball so much. With the depth they have at that spot, they're more equipped than most teams to handle that kind of loss.
And the foul called on Cam Reddish. That'll be a second foul of the game.
First team foul.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Reddish. Outside, Williams. Off target from outside. Lakers trail by 3. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It's going to be on Jalen Williams. All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for the Thunder?
They're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
Yeah, the other thing they're doing is absolutely scorching the net. Red hot from outside all game long.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren with a screen on Reddish. Pass to Holmgren. Dort outside. Clock at 4. Back to Holmgren. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Dort.
Those are the turnovers that have coaches pulling their hair out. Why do you think I'm bald?
Here's the floater. Luka on the attack.
This is Doncic's pure shooting ability in action, making it look easy with that nice floater.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Now Doncic defending. Gilgeous-Alexander, good. Coming down the stretch. We'll see if someone can capture the lead and hold it.
And that's been an issue. 5 lead exchange.
Fires the 3. Out to James. Back to Vanderbilt. There's the 3. Williams grabs the board. Thunder with a lead. Here's Holmgren. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Reddish against Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Williams. Clock at 6. From outside, off the mark.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
James passes to Reeves. Back Back to James. LeBron James with the flush.
This is classic LeBron leaping off the floor for a powerful dunk.
From deep, Gilgeous Alexander. The Lakers with a rebound. There's the foul. It's on Cason Wallace. That's his first foul. The Lakers have gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Doncic with it. Watched by Wallace. Right side Reddish. Fires the three. No luck on that one. And here's Gilgeous Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. To the middle. Here's Holmgren. Bingo! Chet.
These moments are important for Holmgren's development. He needs to keep sinking those big-time shots.
Kicks it to Doncic. Inside. That is now his 7th field goal in 10 attempts. Impressive. Oh, couldn't have asked for a more hotly contested game.
These teams have swapped the lead 8 times. I believe it's coming down to the wire.
Gilgeous Alexander passes to Holmgren. From downtown. He can't get that one to fall.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
Doncic throwing his weight around.
And their offense tonight is Luka, and more Luka. When he's on, it's an opponent's worst nightmare.
They set a pick. Gilgeous Alexander from outside. Sinks it. What range from downtown.
Ice. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy, he lives for these moments. And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
It falls!
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Here's Doncic. He's off on that one. Good work defensively by Dort. Now here's Wallace. Pass to Dort. Oh, great D that time from Doncic.
And this is so critical. They now have to score every trip up the floor.
Pretty much they have to be perfect the rest of the way. That puts tremendous pressure on your offense.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Wow, I mean, the 7'6" wingspan coming in handy. Holmgren loves swatting away shots just like this.
And Mark Dagnall has called a timeout. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. And the foul called on Cam Reddish. That's his 3rd foul so far.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
Gilgeous Alexander with the ball. From deep. Offline. And so the big win by Oklahoma City in a tight game. What a performance they have here at home today.
Could be some fireworks in this one, Greg. Two cross-conference rivals squaring up.
Kevin, can you smell the intensity in the air? You can tell these guys mean business. Both teams want to prove they're the better squad.
And now the Lakers starting group. Jared Vanderbilt out there with Hachimura. Then it's LeBron James. Then there's Doncic. And it's Reddish in at the 2. Now here's Doncic. Jason Tatum missing his last shot. Doncic against Craig. And it's Doncic missing. Out to Porzingis. Pass to Craig. To the middle. Over in the corner, Porzingis. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
I think you've got to run Porzingis off of his shots. I mean, you can't let him get comfortable because he'll knock him down.
And here is Vanderbilt. Outside, James. Now, here's Reddish. 6 on the shot clock. There's the triple. The rebound by the Celtics.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Boy, don't let his position as a point guard fool you now. Holiday can flush it with ease.
Celtics have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. On the wing, Brown. Covered by LeBron. And the dunk by Tatum.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
The shot's good from LeBron.
His overall size and strength really sets James apart from the rest of his peers when you think about his skill set inside.
Tatum passes to Holiday. Tatum drives in. Chalk up 2 there.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Hachimura, no good.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
Craig finds Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, that's an easy throwdown for him. The rim might as well be 8 feet tall when you're as long as he is.
LeBron, that's a 2-pointer. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, well, like a lockdown corner in football, teams just try to keep the ball away from Jrue Holiday. He says, I feel like they're not afraid of me, but like, okay, get him off the ball. To me, that's respect. I don't need other people telling me how good I am. You can see it by their actions. Kevin?
So true. He can be intimidating, David, and we thank you for that report. And here is Craig, following the 3-pointer from Cam Reddish. Nice ball movement by Boston. There's Brown with the 3. The rebound by James. Lakers trail by 9. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
The kick out to Brown. Tatum with the screen on Doncic. Here's Brown, and finished off by Brown.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Now Porzingis, after LeBron's 3-pointer that didn't go. Porzingis with a screen on Doncic. Craig passes to Holiday. Craig kicks to Holiday. Back to Craig. Lets the 3 fly. Brown outside. Nice D from Doncic. Poked away. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis has got 7 points.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes the team.
And the foul on Cam Reddish. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
30 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Tatum dishes to Brown. Outside Tatum. Pass to Craig. Shot clock at 6. Boston needs to get off a shot. Brown wide open. He fires. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. LeBron's got his 4th rebound in this one. And it's good. 2 points.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
Here's Tatum. And so it's Boston holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Boston?
Their chemistry. That's what really stood out so far in this one to me. Look at the number of assists they've been able to rack up so far.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness at attacking the paint, trying to hunt for those high percentage hits.
So the Lakers 5 right now. We've got Hachimura. James is out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then it's Cameron Reddish. And it's Doncic in at the point guard. Count it, and the Celtic lead has been cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from LeBron. And really, Clark, Luka Doncic is a one-man wrecking crew on the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, he really is. I mean, he's special. His IQ, his size, the way he can make shots against tough defense. He's got the lean back. He's got the crafty moves. And I think he's a lot stronger and a little more athletic than people give him credit for being. I mean, without a doubt, he's one of the most unique and best players that we've seen in the game.
And here's Doncic from the arc. A rebound by the Celtics. Porzingis has got his 6th rebound on the night. Tatum kicks to Holiday. Here's the 3. And it's LeBron James with the rebound. LeBron's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Reddish. Off target from three-point range.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
The second chance effort. Hachimura the pass to James. Three-pointer. James connects from deep.
All systems are on go when LeBron has the ball behind the arc.
Now here is Holiday. Outside, Porzingis. Tatum down low. James defending.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Hachimura finds Doncic. Forcing his way inside. Doncic.
You know, as I watch Doncic, I think it's futile to try to distract this guy. His focus and concentration and control of himself is excellent.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Back to Holiday. Here's Brown. Here. Oh, my goodness.
Man. Brown with that amazing athleticism, putting on a show out there with jams like that.
James sets the screen for Doncic. Brown against LeBron. LeBron playing like a big man inside. Where there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, you know, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
And here is Doncic following Porzingis' 3. And Tatum pulls it down. Celtics leading by 10. Outside, Porzingis. And again, Boston with the triple.
Boy, coach has to love seeing Porzingis scoring like this. I mean, he is totally locked in so far tonight.
LeBron outside. We've got 1:18 left in the first half of the game. Shoots the 3. Porzingis with the rebound. Boston's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. And Jared Vanderbilt gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. So Boston going with almost an entire new group. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Porzingis. Horford comes in for Jason Tatum. Derek White's checked in for Brown. And it's Pritchard in for Drew Holiday. Pritchard passes to Cornett. Outside, Horford. They set the pick. Takes it inside. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
You know, one of the things that's overlooked with Al Horford is that this guy is really skilled, but he's a pretty good athlete, too.
From deep, Reeves buries the long-range jumper.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And that one falls for White.
At the line for 2, Derek White.
So he gets them both.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Here's Reeves. Here's Connect. No good on the 3. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's White. A 3-ball. Offensive rebound. Here's Cornett.
Ball entered from the little basket. Los Angeles ball.
Lakers trail by 14. To the inside. Pass to Hayes. From beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Walsh. Now here's Horford. 4 seconds left. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Alton Connect picks one up. Celtics have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Well, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Here's Connect. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Nothing like knocking down that last position.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. And it's been a clinic out there by Kristaps Porzingis.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
The guards are Pritchard and White. Then there's Horford. And it's Cornette in at the center. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half.
Boy, strong off the dribble is Derek White. He's also a solidly built 6'4". That allows him to play through contact.
Finney Smith can't get it to go.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Pritchard passes to White. Here's Pritchard. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Pritchard's got his first points in this one.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And Connect gets it to go.
I love how aggressive Connect is off the catch. Shots like that proves he belongs in this league.
Here's Finney Smith. Oh, he touched it while it was in the cylinder. It's offensive basket interference. Celtics leading by 12. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla has talked about the 2 J's, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. He says they've been lumped together because they play a similar position, but they don't have to be similar. They've got to be able to express who they are and not constantly be compared to each other. They're not the same. Kevin?
Back, David, remember a couple of years ago, there was some thought that maybe one would be traded. Well, they're still together. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And the Celtics making a change here. Walsh is checked in. White goes in, out to the wing. Here's Cornette, still without a basket. The shot's good, and the Celtics lead by 16.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball in rhythm.
Here's Reeves. Oh, that's blocked. Now here is Horford. He's guarded closely. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
Al Horford plays such a smart offensive game, and you see evidence of that as he's able to outsmart the defender and get him to bite on that pump fake.
So Horford gets 2. And Reeves has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. They trail by 18. Here's Hayes. Good on the three-point shot. Hayes has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Hayes hits them both. White with it. 6 points for him. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here.
Now that's big-time hops right there. White bouncing off the floor like a pogo stick and just throwing it down.
Reeves against White. And the Lakers with another miss. Boston leading by 15. Pass to Hauser. Trying to find White. Gets it to him. Takes it off the glass. White's got 8 points in the quarter.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
The Celtics have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half. Cornette kicks to White. Horford the pass to White. And White slams it in.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Hayes nails the wide open jump shot. Hayes has got 7 points.
And you like to see that from Connect. Found the man with a better look.
Hauser the pass to Horford. Down low. The Celtics working the ball around now. Hauser misses. Lakers trail by 17. Jacks up a 3. Buries it from 3-point range. That's now 8 points for Dalton Connect.
And that's Connect's biggest weapon offensively. He's a knockdown 3-point shooter.
And White slams it in.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Connect sets a screen for Goodwin. That 3 off the mark. Boston leading by 16. Pass to Horford. And he uses the glass on the layup. 8 points for him.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
And if it doesn't, this is only going to get uglier. I mean, that's no way to defend a player of his caliber.
Derek White has been on display for the Boston. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And on the court for the Lakers to start the 4th. James is out there with Jared Vanderbilt. Then it's Rui Hachimura. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Reddish in at the 2. And here's Reddish from deep. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
Craig, good.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Brown the pass to Holiday. Tipped away. Tatum against Vanderbilt. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Tell you what, that's impressive strength there from Tatum. You got to respect that even when you try to wrap him up. He finds a way to score.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Boston?
I think they put an emphasis on attacking the basket, and watching this, you can see why. They have just carved the defense up here with relative ease.
They brought the hard hats and the lunch bells with them, too. Done some great work down inside.
And Holiday kicks to Tatum. And he drives in. No good on that one. LeBron with some nice D. And it's the Lakers on the break. Here's Reddish. No good, unable to end this run.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
And you see the unselfishness right there. Brown wanting to keep his teammates involved. And what an explosive finisher LeBron is, rocking the rim whenever he goes up like that.
Brown finds Holiday. The kick out to Brown. On the wing, Holiday. Guarded by Doncic. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Craig. Here's Tatum. Vanderbilt with the block. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. LA's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Kicks it out to LeBron. Doncic against Tatum. At the elbow, it's James. Beyond the arc. Nailed from three-point land.
Superb work in the pick and roll that time by LeBron James. Such a pro at executing in these sets. Takes advantage of whatever mistake the defense makes.
Oh, Kevin, not a penny, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies.
He's a highlight reel, always on the launch pad.
And here's LeBron outside. Rebound, Boston. Brown outside. It's stolen by Reddish. Fast break, the Lakers. James with it. Now guarded by Porzingis. It's LeBron with the drive. And James throws it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Tatum passes to Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Celtics.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Porzingis.
Boy, I liked how he mixed it up on the glass. Wasn't afraid to get in there and do the dirty work. Showed some real grit and toughness tonight.
Pass to Porzingis. To the inside. Shot clock at 5. And finished off by Brown.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Craig finds Holiday. Count that bucket.
So many different ways that Holiday can beat you because he's got great length and size for a guard, and that allows him not to be afraid to mix it up inside.
James, good on the shot.
And, you know, I'm not quite sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave somebody like him uncovered.
Doncic against Holiday. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. Thanks so much, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.
With two teams that specialize in offense.
Points, BA, points. I mean, these guys are going to go at each other, and we're just going to see who can get into the best flow in this game. Is it going to be the starters? Is it going to be somebody off the bench that comes in and really stabilizes what they're trying to do offensively? Somebody's got to get an advantage. So is it who's hot first? We're going to find out.
And the Oklahoma City starting five. Shea and Caruso are the backcourt pair. In at forward, it's Dort and Williams. And it's Holmgren in at the five, roaming the paint.
Excellent tempo on the play, and he leads his teammate perfectly.
So it's Boston now, following the bucket by Oklahoma City. And up the court come the Thunder on the break. And he buries the open three to cap the break.
Assertive shot by Gilgeous-Alexander, not giving him a chance.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla. Our topic was how he'll defend Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, and Coach was straightforward, saying Shea demands so much attention with the ball that he can warp a defense. We'll need to stay disciplined and not get caught watching the play. We'll see how that approach works out for them, guys.
And Allie, thanks. Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren, the pass to Williams. Holmgren with a screen on Tatum. Back to Holmgren. Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer off the mark.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
When Brown gets the ball this close in, he knows he can finish. Just a matter of execution.
And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
Now here's Brown. They kick it out to Porzingis. Back to Brown. And stolen by Williams. Back to Caruso. Takes a three. The Thunder with another miss. The Celtics have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Out left to the wing. For three, Porzingis.
And you can't forget about Holmgren's reach, especially when he's nearby on defense.
Here's Tatum. Pass to Craig. Tatum against Williams. Back to Craig. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
Williams finds Gilgeous-Alexander. He buries it from three. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 points.
SGA doesn't rely on the three to get his points, but man, when it's falling, watch out.
Porzingis with it. Now Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Porzingis in the post. Holmgren's there. Porzingis misses. Oklahoma City trailing. Dort, the pass to Williams. Knocked away and stolen by Brown. Fast break. Here come the Celtics. Perfect night so far. 2 for 2.
Brown taking on all challengers. This kind of fearless approach is what his teammates and coaches love seeing.
One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Now here's Porzingis. He's scoreless. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
And the quickness in transition. I mean, I like watching Williams convert in these situations.
To the paint. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding at rising up off the ground.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and he banks in the layup. Give him 8 points now.
Gilgeous-Alexander is such a tough cover, especially at his size.
Pass to Porzingis. Up top, Brown. He's guarded by Caruso. And the jam by Brown.
You can tell Brown is having fun. What a phenomenal dunk artist he is.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Williams from long range fires in the triple. Williams has got 5 points.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Now here's Holiday. Porzingis with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Ooh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
That was execution to perfection. Textbook transition offense.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
It's been all about Jaylen Brown for Boston. 8 points in the quarter. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. All right, guys, what do you think about the Celtics here in this one?
Well, there's no reason to take risky shots when you can collect points at the rim.
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going in the second. Shea and Caruso are the backcourt pair. Inside, we got Williams and Holmgren, and it's Dort in at the small forward position. Holiday passes to Brown. They kick it out to Porzingis. Pass to Tatum. Tatum barreling in and finished off by Tatum.
And what a drive by Tatum. Striking suddenly and slamming it in before the defense can get in his way.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday. Caruso, pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. From deep, Holmgren. And stolen by Porzingis. Pass to Tatum. Left side, Porzingis. Outside, Tatum. They kick it out to Porzingis. And here's Brown. Back to Porzingis. Shot clock at 3. Over Dort. Porzingis misses.
I admire the play call. They just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
And Jaylen Brown gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. He's looking at lineups around the league, Grant. Seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, B.A. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit.
Boston making a switch here. Horford's checked in.
Number 42, Al Horford.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Williams passes to Holmgren. 5 to shoot. Back to Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. No good. Boston trailing. Porzingis passes to White. Porzingis with a screen on Dort. Here's White. They kick it out to Porzingis. It's Brown on the wing. Porzingis sets a screen. Brown with it. Caruso covers. Oh, Porzingis getting it done inside.
Kristaps on the inside that time doing some damage.
Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. And last season, Brent, many believe that SGA was deserving of the MVP award.
Well, he made such a strong case, B.A. I mean, finishing in the top 3, that is remarkable. He led that young Thunder team, again, to the #1 seed in the Western Conference and averaged 36 and 5. He also led the league at 2 steals per game. What a season.
Horford can't hit. Oklahoma City has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter.
Yes, such a smart player. Jalen Williams making people around him better.
It's Holiday with a drive. It's Brown on the wing. Back to Holiday. It's Brown on the wing. Back to Holiday. Stolen by Caruso. Here's Dort. And the fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
And that's really quick processing by Dort, putting him in prime position, making him the go-to option on the break.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Williams, a screen on Brown. Down low. No stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity at a three-point play. That's on Al Horford. And Boston with some changes. Cornette's checked in for Porzingis. And it's Hauser in for Jaylen Brown. So Oklahoma City going with almost an entire new group here. Williams is checked in for Holmgren. Wiggins comes in for Dort. Joe's checked in for Caruso. And it's Wallace in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one's good. White's gotten his second bucket.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Williams, a screen on Holiday. And another miss by Oklahoma City. The Celtics have gone 4 for 6 here in the second. To the paint. Here's Cornette. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday. Cornette's got his first 2 points.
That's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. Cornette passes to Holiday. Back to Cornette. And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here.
And things are always changing throughout a game. Teams have to adjust on the fly.
Timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. Craig comes in for Drew Holiday. And Oklahoma City with a change here too. Williams is checked in. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Thunder. Here's Wallace. 27 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Pass to Joe. Now here's Williams. Offline with a three. Here's Tatum. It's Tatum working inside.
And sometimes you forget how long Tatum is, and he's terrific at using this to his advantage inside.
Here's Wallace. Sends it home from three-point land. Wallace has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
A terrific movement off of the dead ball situation and a great play to get the bucket.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Oklahoma City ahead, up one. Don't go away. We'll be back momentarily.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, he's played with great energy in the first half. Very disruptive at the defensive end.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he wanted to do out there. Everyone he guarded looked uncomfortable.
We've got Derek White, Jason Tatum out there with Luke Cornett. Then it's Torrey Craig, and it's Hauser in at the shooting guard. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. And already one of the more consistent three-point shooters. Cason Wallace is lethal from outside, Brent.
Really impressive BA in his first year to shoot over 40% from three. Pretty selective in the ones he took, but still his number one attribute is how disruptive he can be defensively at that guard position.
Just money from the line. Tatum knows the importance of making free throws.
Offensive board. The kick out to Wiggins. There's the steal. White for three. Three-pointer goes up. Three-pointer goes down for White. Extremely competitive game thus far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes in total. I expect there to be more to come.
Wallace, the pass to Williams. White with the steal. Pass to Craig. Uses the glass on the layup. And it's a three-point Boston lead.
Yeah, there was a lack of intensity in the first half, but these teams have now turned it up.
You asked for those hustle plays earlier in the game. We're seeing them now. That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. And it's Tatum missing.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Craig passes to Hauser. And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. A line change here for Oklahoma City. Thunder on D. White, the pass to Hauser. Now Tatum. Williams defending. Just 5 on the clock. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. Tatum can't hit. Oklahoma City's gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. Inside. Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander, with that height at his position, allows him to do so many things other guys really pretty much dream of.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Cornette. Brown comes in for Jason Tatum. Walsh is checked in for Hauser. And Drew Holiday is subbed in for White. Holiday with the ball. Caruso covers. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. The shot by Holiday, no good. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Holiday. Here's Craig. Second chance effort. Pass to Holiday. Porzingis with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. The three is up. Porzingis misses. The Thunder have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Here's Dort. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. So Dort's got his second basket.
How about the athleticism of Dort? You see the width he has, but man, he can outwork you defensively.
The shot by Holiday, no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Williams against Craig. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Craig with a steal.
He saw the pass coming a mile away. Was perfectly positioned to intercept it.
A minute and a half left in the third. And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's his first foul of the game.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
Porzingis for three. Yes! Kristaps showing some range.
Well, when Porzingis has an active and confident stroke, he can be dangerous from three.
There's a screen. The three from Holmgren. And Craig pulls it down.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Pass to Walsh. Craig on the wing. Dort defending. 6 to shoot. Holiday drives in. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Holiday's got 5 points.
Great decision by Holiday to sprint towards the hoop for the high percentage shot inside.
Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Yes, sir! Gilgeous-Alexander with a deep three. Here in the second half, this game's still nip and tuck.
Just an insane amount of lead changes. The fans are getting their money's worth.
Got a hand on it. And a fast break now for the Thunder.
Hit up to throw down. And we see the speed and power. I mean, Williams shows off on that one.
Porzingis misses. Oklahoma City leading by 4. To the middle. Bam! Chad rocking the rim.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And Mark Dagnall has called a timeout, and we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Boston with the ball. They trail by 6. Williams against Tatum. Tipped away and stolen by Williams. And Mark Dagnall has called a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And so it's Oklahoma City with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. Shea and Caruso are the backcourt pair. In it forward, it's Dort and Williams. And it's Holmgren in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Holmgren reaches up and throws it down.
And timing like this will serve Holmgren well, leaping at the exact right moment for the alley-oop.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. Some changes for Boston. Porzingis comes in for Cornette, and Holiday subbed in for Pritchard. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
During that last break, I heard Joe Mazzulla as he talked with the team. He was very encouraging with his guys, saying to them, we are still in this one. Don't give up right now. Get out there and let's grab this lead from them. Guys, let's see if the intensity picks up here.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Dort. Screen by Holmgren. Beyond the arc. Can't get it to drop.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself. And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Holiday.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday. Williams on the wing. Back to Holmgren. And it's out of bounds to the Thunder as Oklahoma City retains possession. It's stolen by Holiday. White looking it over. They kick it out to Porzingis. Back to Tatum. This one for three. Porzingis passes to Tatum. Just 4 to shoot. Outside Porzingis. Boston again missing. Thunder leading by 6. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Holmgren finds Caruso. Back to Holmgren. Shot clock at 5. And the big finish by Holmgren.
And before he even leaves the floor, Holmgren has the ball at rim level.
On the wing, Tatum. Williams defending. Tatum drops the hammer.
Cutting into this lead. They're well within striking distance.
Just much sharper out there. You can see guys getting in tune. It's not about playing harder. Sometimes it's just about playing smarter.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Caruso. Boston pulls it in. And here we go. The Celtics on the run. And he commits the intentional foul.
Williams. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Porzingis with a screen on Dort. Here's White. White coming through.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. Williams with it. Picked up by Tatum. Holmgren. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
A beautiful finish through contact. That's the dog in Holmgren.
Porzingis finds Holiday. They kick it out to Porzingis. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Holmgren's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points. And now we've got an intentional foul. 1:36 left in the fourth quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Boston pulls it in. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Holiday, and Holiday powers it home.
And really, that is a tremendous shot by Holiday there. His team really has momentum now.
Gilgeous-Alexander against White. Oh, they get a hand on it. Pass to Caruso with the drive and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
58 seconds left in the fourth quarter. White, the pass to Holiday. Back to White. And they're on the break. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
They've been battling all night. Now they're on the brink of putting this game away.
Oh, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad. And tried to show off just a little bit there, but ultimately didn't work out. You know, he's going to get a few stares from his coaching staff and probably his teammates in the next huddle.
And here's Caruso outside. Drops in the 3. And it's an 11-point Thunder lead.
And they came in here with some attitude, and it brought out their best play.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday. We see Oklahoma City get the win here. They have to feel good about this performance. Allie, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brent.
Two teams are both aggressive, attacking in transition.
Well, you've got to play to your strengths, right? But really, the league in general is looking for early offense. These teams, no different.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. In the backcourt, we'll see Gilgeous-Alexander and Caruso. Dort and Williams up in the forward positions. And it's Holmgren in at the 5. Now, here's Doncic. After the miss from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And Doncic throws it down.
Well, Luka Doncic, because he understands windows of opportunity, has the footwork and the change of pace, the drive is easy for the Don.
Now, here's Caruso. Wasted no time on that one.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Now, here's Reddish. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Fires the 3. And Holmgren pulls it down.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Now, here's Doncic. Puts up a deep 3. Caruso grabs the miss.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Holmgren sets the screen for Dort. He can't get that one. LA's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's James. Out to Doncic. Pass to Reddish. 5 to shoot. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. LeBron is screen on Holmgren. Hachimura, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now, here's Holmgren. Outside Williams. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. It's rebounded by Hayes. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Well, the ascension of Jalen Williams, Doris, has been swift and very fun to watch.
Oh, absolutely, Kevin. He became very quickly in his second season a number 2 option and, frankly, borderline 1A option. And it's not just his offensive game, Kevin. This guy has become a stout defender. He's got the perfect NBA frame, and he fits in personality-wise.
And the D getting outwork there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
And that one's good. Hachimura.
Just solid with the jump shot. Hachimura helps your offense in a number of ways. In that case, spacing the floor.
Pass to Dort. Shoots over Hachimura. Dort misses.
A fadeaway, not a terrible idea, but he needs to make the game easier on himself. He's overcomplicating things.
Right wing. Hachimura kicks to Reddish. Inside. And Hayes throws it down.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thank you. Jalen Williams is a do-it-all dynamo for the Thunder. Coach Mark Dagnall said, we've cross-matched him onto centers. He'll shift him to a point guard. It's hard to explain how impactful that is for you. You have a great offensive player that you're also moving all over the lineup. Kevin?
DA, the versatility. That is pretty special. Now, Doncic. After the missed 3 from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. James sets the screen for Doncic. To the middle. And LeBron with the basket, the assist by Doncic.
Yeah, LeBron, he's setting the screen, but you can't lose sight of him when he rolls.
Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. into the lane. It's Williams high post. Pass to Caruso. Williams a screen on Doncic. Here's Caruso. Sinks the triple. Caruso's got 6.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
LeBron sets the screen for Hachimura. For the 3. Rebound by Williams. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Caruso. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
And the dunk by LeBron.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Lakers lead by 4. And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
Luka Doncic out there with Reddish. Then it's Jackson Hayes. Then it's Rui Hachimura. And it's LeBron in at the power forward. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Now, here's Holmgren. Still yet to score. No good with the triple. Lakers leading by 4. Rowdy V, it didn't take long, did it, for Holmgren to live up to his draft status.
Holmgren, Kevin, was an immediate impact player on both ends of the floor. At his size, to be able to shoot with range and the rim protection he provides, it was absolutely worth the wait for his team. This young man has got a toughness that has shocked even me. Boy, you respect the shot selection from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, just taking what the defense gives him.
And a wide open look for Hachimura. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 4 assists in the game. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Williams. Driving the lane. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Here's Doncic, and plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. You know, Doris, every so often there are guys that come along that you can build a franchise around, and Luka Doncic seems to be one of them.
There's no question, Kevin, and if I were putting a team around Luka Doncic, I'd want to have multiple vertical threats at the rim and shooters at every other position, because at that point, Luka is unguardable.
Now, here's Caruso. He's got 8. Holmgren can't hit. Doncic against Caruso. Hayes with the screen for Doncic. And Hayes throws it down.
Well, Luka Doncic has an innate sense for when his teammates are open, and boy, does he deliver it.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Doncic outside. With the drive. Doncic explodes off the drive. What a slam!
Boy, Luka Doncic excels in the two-man game. You handle the rock with perfection. Nicely done, young sir.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander, a screen on Doncic. They grab their own miss. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Holmgren. Pass to Williams. 4 on the shot clock.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
A fadeaway. Got a hand on it. 1:53 left in the first half of basketball. And here's Hayes. And here is James. He's guarded by Williams. This one for 3. And Holmgren pulls it down. Thunder trailing by 11. Goes up. And it's Williams finishing it off.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. Doncic passes to Hayes. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Now here's Caruso. He's got 8. Holmgren sets the screen for Caruso. Drills it from outside. Caruso's got 11.
Boy, major defensive lapse on that trip, leaving him all alone in three-point territory, and he drills it.
Doncic kicks to Hayes. And poor shot selection there. Not a high percentage look for him. Williams looking around. Over in the corner, Dort. Gilgeous-Alexander sets the screen for Dort. A three-pointer, no good.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Hayes with the screen for Doncic. Kicks it out to James. Pass to Doncic. Now here's Reddish. Launches it. And it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound. And he lays it straight in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 this quarter.
Well, what a terrific possession. Attack in the painted area.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're playing a cruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll get right back to the action when we return. We've got second-half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Alex Caruso with a strong contribution so far in this one.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end, and boy, this young guy has done just that.
So for Oklahoma City right now, Wiggins is out there with Williams. Then there's Case and Wallace. Then it's Williams. And it's Joe in at the shooting guard position. It's been a few years now, Doris, but it feels like point guard is the position in the NBA.
Well, Kevin, we certainly have our share of great point guards. Luka Doncic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, they seem to be in the MVP conversation consistently. But the last couple MVPs, you look back, you've got a couple of centers. For a long time, the small forward spot dominated the game. It's really something that's in constant flux.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
Of that attitude growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David. Now, here's Goodwin. No scoring in this one. Shot clock at 3. And here's Reeves outside. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Reeves has got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Lakers. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Vanderbilt. Back to Reeves. Over Williams. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And now it's an 11-point Laker lead. Here's Wallace. Connects from three-point range. Wallace has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Connect, covered by Wiggins. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Reeves against Wallace. It's Joe on the wing. And the 3 off target. And Reeves has got the ball here for the Lakers. They've led by as many as 11 points. to the right wing. Here's Goodwin. It's good from long range. And the Lakers lead by 11.
Well, he showed right there. This guy capable of making shots, especially if you leave him that wide open.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And stolen by Wiggins. And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. And finished off by Williams.
And made possible by a heads-up play defensively at the other end.
Pass to connect. Offensive rebound. Vanderbilt. And the dunk by Vanderbilt.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Reeves can't hit. Thunder trailing by 8. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Connect. Oh, Reeves in position. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
He's perfect from the line this time.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
And that's just too much space to give a shooter like him. He works to get open, but the defenders have to work harder to nullify that.
Spins. Pass to connect. Wiggins with the rebound. For Oklahoma City, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Wallace dishes to Williams. Wiggins with it. 6 to shoot. Williams sets a screen for Wiggins. And Wiggins throws it down.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
And the Thunder making a change here. Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for Williams. Williams comes in for Williams. Alex Caruso, he's checked in for Isaiah Joe. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Cason Wallace. Trains the three-pointer. 6 seconds left here in the third quarter. Count it. Holmgren's got his first bucket in this one.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Austin Reeves has been on display for Los Angeles. He delivered 9 points. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. James is out there with Hachimura. Then it's Reddish. Then there's Tonci, and it's Hayes in at the 5 spot. That's the Laker 5. Dort with a screen for Caruso. A three-pointer is right on target.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Pass to Hayes. Hayes with the screen for Reddish. Clock at 6. Back to Hayes. It's over Holmgren, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Oklahoma City trailing. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander to take the lead, and the Thunder another 3.
Well, that's an opportunistic three-point shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He liked the look of it.
Tonci with it. Williams picks him up. Doncic gets it to go inside. There is just no way to tell who is going to pull this one out.
When you've had this many lead changes, you're looking to see which one of those plays is going to be a momentum swing.
Well, that's SGA in a nutshell right there. Quickness, length, guile, finishing on the interior.
Doncic looking it over. The three. Oh, Doncic, long range.
And defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Dort misses.
And you know they wanted that one to go down.
Let's prove it time. Fourth quarter. Don't get it done now. No more chances.
Hayes with the screen for Reddish. Offensive rebound. Pass to LeBron. From deep three-point land. And Holmgren pulls it down. Holmgren's got his fourth rebound in this one. Back to Caruso. Just 5 to shoot. Williams, a screen on Doncic. Caruso, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Reddish's shot is good. Now it's a 4-point Los Angeles lead.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
Back to Doncic. LeBron with a screen on Caruso. Luka throws it down.
This guy is an absolute machine. Luka Doncic keeping his foot on the gas and giving the defense everything they can handle.
Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
SGA, that's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to you. Big-time clutch delivery.
Hayes finds Reddish. Hayes with the screen for Reddish. Off target with his three. Thunder trailing by 4. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He's picked up by Doncic. No coverage that time. Caruso's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for Oklahoma City. Here's Doncic. Pass to Hachimura. The tray. Reddish's shot is good. Reddish has got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, Rui Hachimura has a chance to set up a teammate and look at the delivery. Well done.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Holmgren with a screen on Doncic. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Caruso's got 20.
That's an important shot right there, guys. I mean, he's produced from deep all game long.
Yeah, he's done more work outside the arc than inside it, and that's not going to change now. They'll ride his long-range game all the way to the end of this one.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. They trail by 3, and Williams throws it down.
Well, there's a craftiness to the play of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Shifts the defense around to get his teammate an open look.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort wide open. They get it again. Pass to Caruso. No good. That would have tied it. And so it's the Lakers with it. They've led by as many as 11 points. Doncic kicks to Reddish. Back to Doncic. Hands it from downtown. Now it's a 6-point Laker lead.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
And so Los Angeles takes the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job. All right, DA, thanks again. And that's going to do it tonight.
Grant, look. Looking at these two teams, my attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
Now here's Doncic. Looking at the starting five for Boston. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. Drew Holiday out there with Jaylen Brown. And it's Craig in at the 3. And stolen by Porzingis. Brown against Hachimura. Back to Tatum. It's stolen by James. And the call will be against Jason Tatum. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Doncic outside. Hayes with a screen on Holiday. Here's Reddish to the inside. Shot clock at 6. And finished off by Hayes.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Stan, you look at the Celtics, as high-powered as they come offensively.
No question, Brian. They can space the floor at every position, and any one of their starters is able to give you 20 on a given night.
Now here's Reddish. Back to Doncic. Brown with the steal. And the foul called on Cam Reddish. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
And now we'll go to Allie LaForce, who had a chance to talk with J.J. Redick.
We discussed just how difficult Jason Tatum is to guard and what he wants his team to do against him, and Coach told me he's a very talented and polished player. I told our guys to stay in front of him, don't fall for the pump fakes, play smart and under control. It's easier said than done, but we'll see if they're up to the task. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Doncic with it, picked up by Tatum, and stolen by Brown. Reddish against Holiday. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Buries it from 3.
A dangerous shooter from all areas. Brown's eyes get real big when he shoots these corner threes.
James passes to Hayes. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Pass to Holiday. It's Brown on the wing. Hachimura covering. Porzingis passes to Tatum. Back to Porzingis. 6 on the shot clock. From outside the arc. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. James deciding where to go with it. Hayes with a screen on Tatum. And there's James from the arc. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Yeah, you can tell LeBron understands the game. He knows a pick is all he needs to beat the D.
Brown finds Holiday. Here's Tatum. Outside Porzingis. And it's off from 3-point range.
and you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
And slam dunk by James.
You love how LeBron sticks with the play, supporting the fast break and ensuring they convert.
James against Tatum. Craig with a screen on James. Tatum passes to Brown. Back to Tatum. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken. But that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
Boston making a switch here. White's checked in. Here's Doncic to the right side. And stolen by Porzingis. It's White with a drive. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
I like the unselfish approach from Brown there, willing to give it up to his open teammates.
And Doncic puts up a deep 3. Off the mark there with a 3.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Here's Tatum. James with the rebound. And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Trailing by 2. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it, and he'll shoot 1 more at the line. And he'll be shooting his first free throw. Boston's gone 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start. Holiday finds Tatum. Hits the three-pointer. Tatum's got 5.
Great rhythm to that shot. Tatum right off the pass.
Hayes with a screen on Brown. From deep, here's Doncic. And the three-pointer goes.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. Taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if the...
Hey! Jason Tatum takes flight.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Oh, my. Tight defense, but Doncic just muscles it in.
Boston trailing. Outside Tatum. Porzingis with a screen on James. The drive by Tatum. Rejected by James. Pass to Hayes. Plenty of space. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him.
That's great execution. They take advantage of a high percentage look.
Porzingis from out on the wing, he knocks it down.
And Holiday takes this responsibility seriously. When someone is open on his squad, he gets it to them.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Well, when you look at the forwards in this league, there are a lot more Grant Hill types out there these days, partner.
Well, thank you for the nice words, B.A. Of course, I took pride in my overall game. And over the last few decades or so, we've seen a bunch of guys playing the 3, 4, and 5 who can pass, dribble, and shoot. So it's fun to watch the game evolve.
Craig is checked in for Boston. Walsh comes in for Jaylen Brown. Now the Lakers moving it up. Oh, and the jam by James.
You're still dunking with ease. James is a physical specimen.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you got to love that kind of effort. Getting in there and fighting through the defense.
Hauser, he's checked in for Boston.
Number 30.
Doncic with it, picked up by Craig. And Porzingis with the block.
Got to be careful shooting around Porzingis. His length is so capable of erasing shots.
Gets the 3 to fall. Hayes has got 7 points in the game. Pass to Walsh. Here's Hauser. Outside White. Here's Hauser, guarded by Doncic. Oh, it's stolen by Doncic. And it's the Lakers on the break. Back to Reddish. Let's go with a three. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll head to the line for three. Kristaps Porzingis picks one up. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Lakers.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And following off of what you said, they've really done a good job distributing the ball, passing up good shots for great ones.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. Releases. The Lakers with another miss.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
Through contact. White gets the finish.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
And, Coach, you look at Derek White, maybe not the biggest name, but he is a winning player.
Yeah, Brian, he's one of the most underrated players in the league. He's got a great feel for the game at both ends of the court. He is tremendously solid across the board.
And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Seems like this offense is being executed the way it was designed.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach couldn't be happier with the results.
Here's Connect. Oh, powered down with both hands.
Well, scouts were buzzing about Connect's ability to attack the rim with a ton of ferocity. Now we see it in person.
Here's Cornette. He's off on the layup. Los Angeles leading by 6. Here's Finney-Smith. And he drives in, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Back to White. Puts up a deep three. Again, the miss by Boston.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
Yeah, it's one of those heat check shots. And heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
Goodwin's checked in for Reddish. Pass to Goodwin. The 3 ball. And it's Cornette with a rebound. Celtics trail by 8. Craig passes to White. Here's Walsh. Back to White. Stolen by Vanderbilt. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. And Vanderbilt slams it in.
This is intelligent basketball. Forcing a turnover and then immediately starting the fast break.
Pass to Connect from behind the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc. Connect's got 5 points now this quarter.
And just unreal from outside with deep range. Connect is just knocked down.
Well, a risky pass there. And if you ask me, they're lucky that the defense didn't steal that one.
There's 6 seconds left in the first half of this one. Here's Cornette. And he can't stop the run as that one misses.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. They've been fantastic pushing the ball. Fast break points a key to this lead. More 2K action in just a moment. As we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. You know, LeBron James has been exceptional here, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Kicking off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. They've got Luke Cornette. Drew Holiday out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Walsh in at the small forward position. Vanderbilt, a screen on Holiday. From deep, Reeves. The putback. Pass to Connect. Takes the three. Nails it from three. Connect's got 8 points.
Yeah, locked and loaded. Connect, ready to launch.
Reeves, the pass to Finney-Smith. Vanderbilt, a screen on Holiday. To the middle. And Vanderbilt slams it in.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Brian, it's great hearing Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla talk shop. He said everybody tries to break basketball up into offense and defense, but it's one game. Your spacing, decision-making, and shot selection set up your defense. That transition happens so fast, so the game is constantly changing. It's all connected, Brian.
No question. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff there. And it's Tatum missing. Los Angeles leading by 16. Outside Vanderbilt. Pass to Reeves. Three-pointer. Hauser grabs the board. Boston has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. There goes Tatum, taking it all the way.
That's good hustle. Tatum beating several guys up the floor, putting himself in a position to contribute.
And there's a pick from deep. Reeves knocks down the triple. Reeves has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Celtics trail by 17. And Standing went undrafted back in 2021. But Wisconsin native Sam Hauser has worked his way into a rotation role.
Well, Brian, everyone's looking for shooters, and he is a knockdown shooter. And at 6'7", both good size and plays both ends of court.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
Vanderbilt, a screen on Holiday. The shot by Reeves, no good. The Celtics have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Tatum can't hit. And stolen by Holiday. Launches it. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Vanderbilt's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. The three. Drills it from deep. Vanderbilt's got 7 points in the game.
Well, hey, you give him some daylight, he can knock it down.
From the baseline. And it's Tatum missing. The Lakers lead by 19. And here's Connect outside. Outside Finney-Smith. And the Lakers get it back. Three-pointer. Drains the triple. He's got 5.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Here's Goodwin. That three's off the mark. And Tatum's got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. Here's Brown. Oh, and a dunk by Brown.
Well, check out Brown getting flashy. That'll get him fired up.
And here's Connect outside. Knocks it down from distance. Connect's got 6 in the quarter.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. Must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
Sinks it from distance.
Slow defensive rotation causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
Vanderbilt, a screen on Holiday. And here's Reeves outside. Counted from distance.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And this is what makes Brown so dangerous. His ability to slice and dice physical defenses to pieces.
Celtics trail by 21. 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Boston shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. First free throw is good.
There are so many different roles Jaylen Brown can take on for his team.
And it's a completely new group for the Lakers. Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Boston. From deep, here's Doncic. He can't hit that time. For Boston, they've gotten 5 of 12 shots to drop in the third. Tatum. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
And so much power out of Tatum. Look at the elevation.
Doncic against Brown. And again, the Lakers, no good. It's stolen by Doncic. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers leading by 17 at the end of the period. Up. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Cam Reddish is out there with Luka Doncic. Then there's James. Then it's Rui Hachimura. And it's Hayes in at the center position. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. 4-3 on target from range. Stan, you've coached so many rookies over the years. What are some key things you like to see from a player coming into the league?
Well, look, you've got to have a guy, Brian, that's ready to compete at that level and has to bring that every night. From there, it's just all about learning. There's going to be mistakes, but you want guys who can learn and improve at a consistent rate.
Is it true that defense is the fastest way into the coach's heart?
Well, it's certainly a way to gain confidence, that's for sure.
White, he's checked in for Boston. This James on the wing, defended by Porzingis. Celtics trail by 17. From deep, the Lakers with a rebound. James has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And Jaylen Brown gets the whistle that time. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Holiday against Reddish. Hayes for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. And the Lakers lead by 20. Brown passes to White. Here's the 3. It's Hayes with the rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
James can't get it to go.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
And it's going to be out of bounds. Boston will have another go. And Porzingis launches it from deep. No good on the quick 3. 2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Hachimura from long range. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound in this one. White can't hit. Los Angeles leading by 20. James outside. Kicks it to Doncic. Clock at 6. Pass to Hachimura. Drains the triple. Hachimura's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
A smart decision maker with a versatile skill set. Hachimura always takes the shots that he's comfortable with.
Now Los Angeles with it. 9 points in a row, a good run going. They grab their own miss. Out to James. Jacks up a 3. Outside Reddish. Fires from deep. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic. Reddish has got 6 points in the quarter.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot, but when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding it.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Doncic against Brown. James outside. Hayes finds James. 5 on the clock. The fader.
Lockdown defense by Porzingis. When he moves his feet to get in position, his length is unbelievable. Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Lakers.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
Yep, that one's good.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
Doncic against Brown. And he's going for the oop here. And stolen by Porzingis. Wide with it. Hachimura covering. Off target from three-point range. Now Los Angeles with it. They're on a 14-5 run. Lets it go from deep. Offensive rebound. From deep three-point range. That one doesn't drop.
If he keeps taking shots from that far out, I think the coaching staff might just find a spot for him on the bench.
Yeah, you have to understand what you're good at and play within yourself. He just did the opposite.
Porzingis for three. Buries it from three.
Few bigs stretch the floor like Porzingis. He can be just deadly from the arc.
Here's Doncic. Fires away from way out. Oh, my goodness, it counts!
Did that really go in?
So we see the Lakers taking the W here. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that's going to do